Hello, 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 everybody. I have not been live in a minute. I don't even know. Hopefully, these notifications have gone out and you all know that I am live. There are a few changes. Usually, we jam out to some music before the show gets started, about 15 minutes. That's not the case anymore. So, I don't want to, I'm not going to get started talking yet, just yet. Okay, I'm waiting for some of you to come on in. I'm looking in the chat. All right, so I don't know. I don't know how many people are going to show up because I haven't been live in a pretty long time. Not too long, but I'm going to talk about some things going on in our world. A lot of things happening, some of them in the news, and you see two things we're going to talk about, but there is more. And that is, well, as you can see, Black American men. This passport bro, he's a very popular passport bro. It says that he recently said this today, actually. He actually has a 3-hour live video, a video that he did on his channel. Alston Holman is his name, talking about this. And, I see things, and I look at the comment section. And baby, we are going to get into this because, well, I already said this years ago. I said this years ago, and it feels great to be right. Sadly, I mean, look, I ain't gonna lie. It is messed up. Hold on for a second. Let me see if I'm live, just to make sure. Okay, I got 15 people in here. Okay, so 15 people are in here. So I'm going to jump right on in basically and get started. I hope to see you in the chat so I know this is running smoothly, but it feels great to be right. It feels great when you can say something I said over a decade ago. I was correct. And to see a passport bro, like the leader of the passport bros, actually confirm what so many of us already knew about Black men and why they never promote going to Africa on average is pretty amazing. So we're going to talk about that. Also, I cannot say that there's a official serial murderer in Houston, Texas. But look, they're already saying that there are Black women whose bodies, beautiful Black women, who have been murked in Connecticut. There were about 13 women that they found in Connecticut, and a number are Black women from ages 19, 20 to almost 50. And they haven't announced that it's a serial, now in Houston. There have been 13, in Houston, Texas, 13 bodies have been found this year. Their bodies found in the bayou. A number of them are young Black women. They haven't called it a serial, as of yet. But in my opinion, that's exactly what's going on. Okay. Hey, Veronica. How are you? Okay. So let's see. We're going to start with, the passport bro. Now, I don't often talk about them. I feel like I can understand why men who don't have a lot of money go overseas and get women that they find attractive, who still have traditional values. They serve men. They're skinnier because they're poor and their diets are different. And, with a number of Black men who like women who do not look Black, it's a dream come true for them. A woman who serves, who cooks, has naturally very long hair, if they are in colorist, that type of thing. And he has American money, so he's viewed as a rich man there. No matter how anybody feels about it, if they call it self-hate, whatever, it always benefits the man to be a passport bro. It doesn't benefit a woman going to a poor country to marry broken poor men in third world countries versus the Black or white man who goes to these countries where they live like a king and they're respected more. So this is Alston. He is a pretty popular. Oh, thank you, Winnie. He's a popular passport bro, and I've known about him for a while. I've been on his page a few times because he is a little bit different. Okay, now, before I get into it, we got a lot of things to talk about. I'm going to keep it all the way real. Y'all know that I do. Now, Austin is young. He's in Kenya. He's been promoting Kenya, Africa. And it's not common to see black men who promote dating African women. So that is something that sets him apart. And he's been to Latin America. He's been in Africa. And look, when Austin, I'm going to keep it real. I used to think Austin is fine. You know, when he cleans himself up, he has a few men I've seen on his channel that look good to me, but they don't want American women, a number of them. But Austin also, look, baby. They used to go in on him because they assumed he didn't like black women because he was on someone's podcast and he says he likes Creole women and stuff. And look, his mother is a black American woman, light-skinned black American woman, maybe possibly mixed. This is America. So we're going to have uncomfortable conversations because I've seen the whole Chris Brown thing. I'm going to say something. Yes, black men are known to practice eugenics, in my opinion, in the black American race. They do. My thing is, though, you cannot shame men for liking women who look mixed like their mothers, the women that they come from. So it's sort of like, how are you going to tell a black man who is mixed or has a mixed mother or father that he's abnormal or something's wrong because he likes women that looks like his damn mama that made him? That's a whole, I mean, look, we're going to get into it. It's a mixture going on, even with the Chris Brown thing. Okay. Now, when you are outwardly insulting people and saying I'm better than you because of my phenotype or what I come from, then that's different. But here's the thing. I mean, when I saw Austin, how him and his mother talked to each other, they were talking to each other for filth. I mean, it was horrible from what I saw, the way his mama was talking to him and the way he talked to his mama. So people said, does this man have issues? And he is just getting the hell away from America. But anyway, Austin has been to Brazil, Latin America, and now he's been promoting Kenya. He actually has dated women from Kenya. And here's something that I used to notice. Baby, look, we're going to get into it. I said years ago before this passport bro thing got big, when I first started hearing about it, I'm like, you always hear them going to Brazil, Cartagena, Colombia, Thailand. They don't touch Africa. And I'm not stupid. Black women know black men. Of course, they're not going to Africa on average. If they literally, they don't like strongly Negroid features. They discriminate within their own race in America based on how coarse or nappy the hair is, how dark the skin is, how wide the features are. The more African you look, where they literally don't know if you're from straight up Africa, the more they're repelled. They already do that. There is a eugenics hierarchy thing black men are known for in America, no matter what they look like. And I'm like, well, if they do this in America, what the hell made you think they was going to black Africa? The purest black women up over there, the darkest skin and the widest features. What the hell makes y'all think they going up over there if they running away from anything closest to that within their own race in America? So what on earth would make you think? And you know what's funny is that I've seen African women all in his comments and these passport bros comments boasting about being better than black American women. I'm like, baby, they don't want y'all like that. Are you serious? Most of them. This is some new thing, seeing them promote and go to Africa. Okay? If they gonna mess with an African woman, if she looks black American, because some man talking about, oh, they don't want them if they look like black American. No, black American men like good looking black American women. Okay? But they do practice eugenics within the race. So if they could go to Nigeria, then the women get more mixed looking in Angola, colored South Africans who can look similar, or Creole, and East African women. Okay? I don't know why African women did not know this about them. Black American women have been screaming from the rooftop for years about black men's biases and discrimination up over here. And now he just confirmed what we already have said about a number of them. And you have black men in the comments section saying, well, what's wrong with a preference? Oh, Kenyan women don't wear deodorant. Oh, no, I love my black, dark African women and stuff. Black men, and then they're on his TikTok actually saying, what did they say? Give me a quick second. They're saying, oh, we've been colonized and we have the oppressor mentality, all this other stuff. We. I wanted to jump in Austin's comments, but I didn't. I wanted to say, why is it you're saying we? When you black men kill up all black women and children, oh, we got a problem. It ain't we. We ain't killing y'all. Y'all killing us. And now y'all join a whole passport bro movement to get the hell away from black American women and go to any place where the dominant look ain't Negroid. Okay. Now, because he's exposed y'all ass, and I actually think Austin was brave for what he did, because he is surrounded in that whole thing of black men who are repelled by black looking women. And I already knew the deal with a number of them. Now they're like, oh, we got to do better as a people. What the fuck are you talking about? Y'all the ones that join movements to get the hell away from black women. And now that you have been called out about not wanting African looking women, Negroid, strongly Negroid, now, oh, we need help. We as a people. Nah, baby, y'all need the help. Okay? Don't try to throw black women up in this shit. Okay, what y'all got going on. Okay, I'm just happy African women are seeing it, even though they thought they were so better and different. Okay, so I'm going to play his video clip. It's a short video clip of what he said today, because he started promoting Africa in a lot of his videos. But I like that he showed the supermarkets. He showed the way of life. It's not just about dating. He's actually showing black people what Africa looks like, what's the currency, and how you can live there. So it's a smart thing for him, for his channel, but also including dating and everything. But what I found funny was when I looked in his comments section, it is what it is. Girl, please, you ain't doing nothing. You don't even look as good as me. Get the fuck out of here. I'm not even putting down African women. I think there are beautiful African women in every country. My thing is that I know black men very well, and they do not like strongly Negroid facial features. I'm just keeping it real with you. So I already knew that when they wouldn't go to Africa to date black women there, I know what it is, because I know black men, especially a woman that black men prefer, bitch. Don't make me go off on you. So let me tell you something. Okay. It's great that Austin is showing the truth. I think, again, he had a lot of courage to do that. And again, I used to see the hypocrisy in comment sections when they would uplift African women. But I was noticing these women had on bad weaves. They had on nails, lashes. And I'm like, hold on. They're all over the internet crapping on black American women for wearing weaves and these hairstyles and lashes and stuff. But yet, you know, interesting is that then they were promoting African women who had on these weaves and lashes. I'm like, I thought y'all said y'all didn't like that. But, oh, she ain't American. So then they was praising it. Now some of them have switched up in his comment section saying, oh, it's not that we don't find them attractive. It's just that they wearing lashes and stuff. That ain't the reason, baby. I know y'all well. Y'all do not want no strongly Negroid looking women. Get out of here with that. Everybody knows that about y'all. Not a good portion. Okay, so let's see what he said. Hold on. Let me look in this comment section before, because I don't want to have to go off on nobody. You know who you are in this chat. I won't be mentioning your name again. Okay. All right. Don't make me go off. Don't make me say things I don't want to say. Because sometimes you got to check somebody. Okay, so let's see. Hopefully this will play. All right. Actually, hold on. What also happened, there's a popular, very unattractive passport guy, bro, who went to Kenya Austin was promoting Kenya and Kenyan women, and he actually was saying, oh, they're so unattractive, even though he was unattractive. And he called them out. He says, from what I hear, they were threatening violence or grape towards the women or something. He said, no one will be harming any Kenyan women, and you will not do this to them. So they're bringing their nastiness up over to the continent of Africa that they do. What? Oh my God, why is it that y'all think this is an attack on you? There's a passport bro on here. I already said I don't care who y'all date. If I was a man in America with and I could do it to get what I wanted, I don't blame y'all. Even though I think some of y'all are ignorant as hell. I mean, I could get why y'all do it. If your money goes long over there, the woman's traditional, you hate black looking women. She got long hair down her back. Anyone take your emotions out of it can see why y'all do that. No matter how sick some of y'all are, it is what it is. So, all right, let's see Austin's video.
Here I am 1 year later remaking this video, and I didn't think I was gonna have to do this. But after spending 1 year here in Kenya, after I noticed the way how the audience seems to tune out the most, this is the second time this has happened when I'm in Africa, is that I realized that black American men, because that's the majority of my audience, do not like African women. I don't give a damn how many countries I go to. I don't care what I do. The slightest light-skinned, Latina, Eritrean, as long as she's not brown or dark-skinned, these motherfuckers will worship her. And I made a video about this last year about self-hatred amongst the black community and wanting to be accepted. And that's the reason why we favor Asia and Latin America. And even you guys would even go get 30 of your teeth knocked out by the neo-Nazis in Eastern Europe before you come somewhere where people are actually gonna welcome you at home. So I'm saying that to say that I have to travel again. And we could say, oh, it's because, the content is redundant. You've been talking about Kenya too much. I be reading y'all comments. Y'all don't like Africa. Y'all say Africa has slow internet. They have 100 up and 100 down here. Some internet better than what I had when I lived in Dallas, Texas, and it's cheaper. There's a lot of stuff to love about being in Africa, but you know what? I'm gonna give you black American men what y'all want. And I will go back to Latin America for a short period of time. I won't be there to live. I'm gonna go there to just show you guys, and I want you guys to look at the difference in the comments and the views and the critiques of Latin America versus Africa. If you're a black American man, you hate yourself and you hate African women, make sure you give this video a like. If you like yourself and you like African women, do not give this video a like. I wanna see how many likes this video get. Probably get a fucking million. I'm Austin Holloman. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. We're getting 1 year later remaking this video, and I didn't think I was gonna have to do this. But after spending 1 year here in Kenya, after I noticed the way how the audience seems to tune out the most, this is the second time this has happened when I'm in Africa, is that I realized that black American men, because that's the majority of my audience, do not like African women. I don't give a damn how many countries I go to. I don't care what I do. The slightest light-skinned, Latina, Eritrean, as long as she's not brown or dark-skinned, these motherfuckers will worship her.
So you heard it out of his mouth for the person in the chat. I'm just giving my opinion about it, okay? And I was amazed that Austin actually made the video because most of them don't admit this. And he's the only one that really promoted really dating African women. And that's what caught my attention, because I even said, well, damn, I don't usually see nothing like this, because I know for a fact most of them don't want no African looking woman. Now, black men will date brown skinned women. But people in his comments were saying, oh, color. It's not always the color. It's the features. And then some in his chat was saying, oh, well, black people ain't been to Africa in 400 years, so they're removed and they don't like the pure blood looking Africans. They were saying that. Oh, it's the colonizers' blood. Like I said, it's a mixture going on. Don't expect black men who don't look strongly Negroid or African to be always attracted to the most stereotypical West African, strong African features. They're not, because their mamas don't look like that. The women in their family don't look like that. The black women in America don't all look like that. And yes, because of also the whole colonized and all that mentality stuff, that's also factors too. It's a mixture. It's a mixture going on as to why that happened. They might feel more comfortable in countries where the black women there look more like what they're used to. And of course, more even mix, because that's what a lot of black men are attracted to. So, what's funny to me, baby, I'm calling it out, baby, up on this video. I have to do it. I got to do it. I have been observing black men and women on something. And it's just black men will try to backpedal on these accusations of being featurist and colorist and texturist. They'll say, well, I date Afro-Latino women, so I'm keeping it black. No, you like Afro-Latino women because Afro-Latino women are highly mixed women. Okay? I mean, I don't even like using the word Afro-Latina. They are mixed Hispanic women. They are not straight up black. And I even see black people trying to force them to just identify as black when they do their ancestry results. And they're only like 40% black in some cases, or 50% black. And they're like, oh, well, ignore the Spaniard and the Taino. You're just black now. No, they're not. Okay. And now you have black women going along with it because black men was the main ones trying to force them to say they're black Latinas. You're over there because you like how they look, because they have naturally wavy and curly, looser hair, light brown to brown skin and light skin, and facial features that does not look like a strong Negroid West African woman. Okay. So that's the reason you promote Latin America and Brazil. And because they got a tint of brown or some brown skin, I'm not, no, these are black women. These are my sisters. Do your mama and your women in your family look like all of them? In some cases they do in America, especially if you have a more recent or some mixed background. Okay. Because like I said, they practice eugenics in America. There are black women who look similar right here in America. The thing is, they're going to countries where that's the dominant look. That's the key word, where you don't have to go to this area and that area. There's an abundance of it where that's the dominant type of thing you see. Not a sprinkle here and there. Go to this place that is the dominant, okay? There's a reason that they like Latin America and Brazil over Africa. They're not going to Africa to get the woman on the left. And I ain't saying she bad looking. I'm just keeping it real with you. Black American men are not marrying those women. They don't want that. Okay? They want to go to Cartagena, Colombia, all them other places. And then they'll try to convince themselves, well, these are still sisters though. Baby, you over there because she got a whole different culture you said was better. You said she cooking, she's more in shape. Oh, the hair. Yeah, baby, the hair they have because of being 40 to 50% Spanish. But y'all ain't going to talk about that, okay? So miss me, black men and women trying to convince the world that these two women are the same damn race or they're the same genetically. No, the hell they are not. And it's pretty obvious when you look at it. That's why you don't take your ass to the blackest parts of Africa. Just keep it real. But at least be honest about it. Or again, you want women that maybe look like women in your family or who you're dating. It ain't nothing wrong with preferences. Christina Milian and other Afro-Latinos, y'all like to call them, are very attractive. It's nothing to deny. They're known to be very good looking. And that doesn't mean black women in America aren't. But, I mean, people know. I'm just saying. Like what you like, just stop lying about the shit. That's the problem. People lying and y'all trying to force this Afro-Latina label on every time. Oh, well, they have some African ancestry. Oh, her skin is brown. But then y'all like to lie like, oh, you look just like that, or the women in your family, or, I'm keeping it black. These are still my sisters. You preferred women who are mulatto women. Having brown skin doesn't change that. And naturally looser hair and long hair. Okay, well, Jeff is keeping it real up in there. Now, then when you say that, people will say, well, Africa is diverse. Yes, Africa is diverse, but there are dominant looks in part of Africa. Africans don't mix with each other all over the place like what happened in America type of thing. You got to go here and there and all of that other stuff. So my thing is, you can like what you like, and no one should be ashamed of how they look. If you, well, no matter what, I'm just saying, if you don't look strongly African, you don't have to be shamed or bullied into denying that. Or let me get my thoughts straight. I'm just saying that they don't tell the truth as to why they prefer Latin America and stuff. Just say you like how the hell the women look, and you like how they look because they mixed. Same way you like us in America who are mixed or look mixed to you. But they don't want to say that as to why Africa was never really on the list, at least where there's a dominant look of West African features. So they just need to keep it real. Also, someone in his chat said, yeah, we like Ethiopian women. And now they're saying, oh, it's because of skin color. They don't have a skin color that black women in America don't have. Black women in America have the same damn skin tone they do. It's not about the color. It's the hair and the facial features. Most Ethiopian women are not unattractive. I have never seen an unattractive Ethiopian woman in my life. Maybe just one at most. They have a dominant look of being good looking. So, and their hair, like the third one, that a lot of their hair is naturally very wavy and long. And if it is very curly, they have a lot of it. And they're not known to be overweight. So that's why a lot of black men promote Ethiopia. The thing is that most Ethiopian and Eritrean women, they don't want black American men. So they know that, and that pisses them off. They don't typically want them, and their families and their people will not allow them to mix with the black American men, because those Somalians call nappy hair, and not all black people in America have nappy hair. Sorry to say the word, but they call it being a jareer, hard hair jareer, them Somalians. So that's why they don't want their people mixing in with black people who have coarser hair. They don't want to lose that, a number of them. So that's why they're like that. It's not just about preserving culture. They don't want to lose their genetics. They won't, that's just what it is up over there. A number of them. But if passport bros actually could wife up these women, they would, because most of them are not unattractive. The hair texture and cooking and cleaning for the man. So Jeff says there's Ethiopian women with black American men. You might see that in America, maybe in like Washington, D.C. You see it here. You will probably see that here in America, but actually going up over there, I highly doubt they're going to allow that to happen, a good portion of them. And even up over here, you don't see a huge amount of it. So yeah, when I look in the comments and I see what people saying, I'm like, first of all, baby, they don't have a different color that we don't have up over here in America, excuse me. Okay, look how we look up over here. So you better check your mouth, baby, because we look damn good up over here. Okay? So I'm just saying. So Austin said what he said. He called it out. He says they don't want African women. African women who look, the stereotypical African look. That's what he's talking about. So he said what he said about it, and they're all denying it or lying and stuff. So, okay, let's go to the next topic. The next topic is this chat is moving kind of fast, so I can't see all the comments. All I will say is that no one could be mad at me. I don't know what y'all mad about. I mean, I'm just telling the truth, and I'm being very fair tonight with my opinion. Passport bros are still going to date who they want. People should be able to have what they want. Because that whole Chris Brown thing, you're not going to make somebody attracted to you that's not attracted to you. And there needs to stop being a shaming of what you like, especially if the features are even similar to you. And then you get shamed for liking people that look more similar to you. You know, and then they say, oh, you're a racist, you're prejudiced, you're a colorist. Oh, you're this and that. There was a woman who did that because a black guy said he liked curly and wavy hair. And some woman threw a fit, but yet his hair is curly and wavy. And then she tried to shame and bully him into liking coarser hair. Those type of things happen. People can do what they want to do. Date who you want. People can keep saying it's a mixture. I don't believe some of it's from this whole slavery thing, and some of it's not all the time at all. People just like they're attracted to certain things, or things that's similar, or the women in their family. And then there are the black men, again, who practice eugenics in Black America for centuries and continue to do so. And they're going to other countries doing that, or just avoiding certain countries so they don't have to deal or date any of those women who don't look like what they want to breed with. So it is what it is. Oh, yes, Lisa, black women in America. I do get irritated when I see people I believe to be foreigners talking about black American women. Yes, we have different hair textures. Okay. We have different eye colors. We have different nose shapes. We have different lip shapes. We have different facial features and cheekbones and body types. You get an abundance of diversity here with black American women. But when you go to places again, like, if you go to Latin America, despite what they say, there's a dominant look. There's diversity, but the women ain't gonna look strongly Negroid up over there. And that's the appeal of why they're there. And now they got black women believing it's just to find a good old wife that cleans. It's more than that. They are there because they want to breed with something that looks like what they like. Okay. Also, again, with Ethiopian, there's a dominant sort of thing over there. Look, at least as far as hair in Ethiopia. So, all right. So let's go to the next topic. Okay. So now they're not saying that it's a serial you know what in Texas, but there have been 13 bodies in Houston, Texas. A 20-year-old black woman, her name was Sage McKissick, was found unalived in the bayou in Texas. All right, so they're like, what is really going on? What is really going on over in Texas right now? Okay, she was a student again at the University of Houston. She was reported missing on September 11th, a week after searching her body. They discovered her body in the bayou September 15th. The autopsy revealed no sign of foul play or trauma, and the cause of her unaliving is still under investigation. 13th body. Now this is, look, the bayou, the water. Finding the bodies in the water. Baby, I think that it's a serial you know what, and they're not saying. Okay. I hope they release the photos of the other women. So again, this is the fourth body discovered in Houston just this week. One of 13 this year. She was a strategic communications major. She was seen again September 11th. After visiting the bar, her body was recovered 4 days later, 2.5 miles away. So they don't know what's going on still. Okay. Hopefully we get some answers. All right. Brandy and Monica they're gracing the cover of Essence magazine. I don't know if you know this, but they're on tour. This is a once in a lifetime event, in my opinion. And Brandy and Monica are absolutely legends. And if you can see them, I actually saw Monica live years ago. Monica sounds exactly like the album, and Brandy has one of the most beautiful voices. So if you can see them, baby, go on where you can buy music tickets and get your ticket to see them this year. They're on tour right now. Robert Redford passed away. This shocked the crap out of me, and nobody was talking about it. I'm like, this is Robert Redford, like the legendary Robert Redford. He was just 89 years old, and I believe he was the founder of Sundance, the film festival where a lot of independent movie directors, people making films, have their film seen and sometimes become very successful. So Robert Redford is a damn legend. Rest in peace to Robert Redford. One of my favorite films. If you can watch this movie, baby, him and Demi Moore, Indecent Proposal. One of the greatest films that's ever been made, in my opinion. Indecent Proposal. I hope anybody that reviews movies, baby, you need to review this movie because it's absolutely legendary, in my opinion. This was crazy. The Texas congressional staffer, she passed away after setting herself on fire. Her final words were, "I don't want to die." Police said no foul play was involved. So she said that she doesn't want to pass away, and she did, but she set herself on fire. Make it make sense. What is going on? This young, beautiful woman in Congress sets herself on fire and then says, "I don't want to die." What? So it says that this was in Texas. Regina Santos, 35 years old, passed away being engulfed in flames at her home September 13th. She poured gasoline on herself before setting herself on fire. She was rushed to the hospital but passed away the next morning. She worked as the regional district director for Republican Representative Tony Gonzalez since 2021. She was a devoted mother to her 8-year-old son, and they confirmed that she was alone when she set herself on fire. Oh my goodness gracious. Her mother called it a tragic accident and said her final words were, "I don't want to die," after a fire extinguisher was used on her at the home and a water hose. So the congressman says that everyone is heartbroken over her loss, and she was dedicated to her community. This makes no sense. This makes no sense. Why? Do you know how painful it has to be to burn alive? So she got the gasoline and poured the gasoline on herself, set herself on fire. God knows, Lord knows. Her mother found her, and then she told them, "I don't want to die." There has to be more information. I'm wondering, was she suffering from depression? More than likely. Has she been hospitalized? What happened during the events before this happened? I would know. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I can't imagine the pain, literal pain that woman went through. And I just want to know why. We don't have the answers yet. Working for Congress, Republicans, I believe they said. Something happened. 35 years old, 8-year-old son, and out the blue sets herself on fire. This is crazy. Now, I know religious people are going to say maybe it was a demon who jumped in her and made her do this or something. I don't know. It does make me think of that movie Damien, The Omen. You know how they would do things like that. This is just crazy. But hopefully we get more answers. This absolutely disgusts me. This woman, she won $42 million at the slot machine, and they had the audacity to tell her that it was an error. And they only gave her $2.25 and a steak dinner. Okay? $2.25 and a steak dinner. She has a photo. I'm trying to zoom in. She has a photo. The slot machine, it literally shows $42 million. I don't know what casino this was, but she needs to sue. I agree in the chat. They were pissed that she won this damn money. And they had the audacity to tell her that it was an error. It's not an error. It's on the damn screen. They ain't want to give her that money. Absolutely not. Now, I have heard people say, baby, they don't even have the money like they say. Not even banks even have money like they say in the bank. Whatever. What I do know is that she won. And she has photo evidence of winning $42 million. Baby, I wish you would come up to me and just give me $2.25 and say, oh, here, have a steak dinner. I'm not getting over nothing like that. I won that damn money. So yes, if she ever sees this video, baby, get your lawyer, get Gloria Aldred, even though she does more domestic violence type of thing. Get the best lawyer you can and sue the hell out of them, because she is owed $42 million. If the machine said 42 million, baby, it's 42 million. Period. Okay? I hope she gets her money. Now we have an AI music artist. Literally, okay, a woman who refuses to show her face. She has her AI character singing and everything. Just signed a $3 million deal. Her AI artist name is Xena Monet. Xena Monet makes history as the #1 most added at the US radio. This is crazy to me. AI lands a $3 million record deal after a bidding war. So a lot of music artists are concerned, as they should be, where are we going to see real people singing, or are we just going to see AI? Another AI artist was signed. Zara Scully, another $3 million deal. So these are real people who do not show their face and sing with an AI as the face. So you don't see them in concert or anything. They just make the music with this AI looking woman or man doing the singing. Let's see what Kalani had to say about that.
There is an AI R&B artist who just signed a multi-million-dollar deal and has a top 5 R&B album, and the person is doing none of the work. I think you guys think that AI can just be the cover for something, which some people can use. They can make an AI cover. AI can also make the entire fucking song. It can sing the entire song. It can make the entire beat. You can have a song that's one type of song and say, AI, make this into a country song, and it'll literally rewrite, re-sing in a country voice and redo the entire thing. And they don't have to credit anyone. This is so beyond out of our control. And nothing and no one on earth will ever be able to justify AI to me.
Well, Lord have mercy. I feel like AI should not replace real singers, because people are talented and they should be able to be in the industry, and we want to see them in person. We can't have a bunch of AIs on the screen singing, but yet we can't pay to go to a concert and see them. We can't see them talk. Even if you do see them talk, they're on Instagram and they're AI. No, we want to see real people. Now, you could use AI again to help you write songs. Maybe help you get a melody. Maybe you write the song and then AI can sing it in a way where you're like, damn, I didn't think to sing it like that. But then again, it does take away creativity. It takes away creativity. So the only way this is not going to take off and be successful is if it's up to you. It's up to you. You're either going to buy the streaming music from the AI or you're not. You know, everyone is saying that we're in trouble. AI is going to take over, the Terminator, the end of days and all of that. I'm like, but you're in it right now. Human beings have a choice. You have a choice if you're going to accept our doom, our destruction, our extinction. You have a choice if you're going to participate or not in it. You know, I'm not against AI completely at all, but it needs to be used in the right way. If it can help us find cures to diseases, because a computer can, once they have the coding and the mathematics and all that, we can maybe do something where it comes up with a formula that's a cure to something. So I think it can help. Now, if you're going to put AI in charge of nuclear stuff and the army, then you have lost your mind. I have seen too many movies like Terminator where there's no way in earth I would ever allow AI to have access to certain things within military and government. You have lost your mind if you ever try it. Okay, because if it becomes self-aware and conscious, we are in trouble. Now, as far as music, I don't know how I feel completely about it, but I do think it might be a disaster. I still want to see real people become successful. I wanted to be a singer. I still want to write songs and stuff. So, but this could be a disaster. We shall see what happens from this. We shall see. Okay, speaking of children, Rihanna, my next topic's about children, 14 kids, but look, Rihanna welcomed her daughter. A lot of people thought she was going to have a daughter. She said she wanted her daughter, so she has her daughter. And this is really, really good. She has 2 sons. Now she has her little girl. And maybe she's still going to try for another girl, too, since she has 2 boys. And so that's really good. A healthy baby girl. She got her girl. So congratulations to Rihanna having her daughter. Okay, now, speaking of children, there was some controversy, but most people were happy about this. Former NFL player Sean Alexander, he and his wife have 14 children. They just welcomed their 14th child. Now, there are some people who are saying this is absolutely ridiculous. I'm not against it. You know why? They're rich. They're rich. And they're rich. Basically, he has the money to do this. They're a black couple who have made a large family and they're well off. Okay? I like to see black children born into wealth. So this is good, and they're both husband and wife. He didn't have kids all over the place with random different women. He has all his kids with his one wife. And my thing is, yes, it's a lot of children, and he has money. Help hire a nanny. Make sure you have tutors for them kids. Make sure that you're spending time with them, family outings, and, spending time with your kids. I don't know if I could go through pregnancy 14 times, but that's what they wanted to do. They all have biblical names, so they're a Christian family. And, I see a lot of white women and men, they have TV shows and stuff dedicated to having these large families and sister wives stuff. So, I don't see anything wrong with supporting a black family who also has a lot of kids. I'm not saying I necessarily would do it, but if they're able to give all the kids attention, they take care of them, they are schooled well, they're fed well, they all got the same mama and daddy, ain't nothing wrong with it to me. Okay, so now we have, look, there's a lot of different stories, some good, some bad, some crazy. Rest in peace to this woman. This reminds us as women how careful we have to be. Okay, Shelma Rayna, she was a UPS employee. She lost her life because the packages fell on her. Okay, when you work these jobs at factories and stuff, and you're working with this heavy lifting and stuff, you got to be careful. You have to be careful, especially you're a small, short woman. Okay, so even not being short, you're a woman. Things are heavier for us. So a mother of 5 passed away after being crushed by falling packages while working at the UPS facility in Richmond, California. This happened on September 21st. A co-worker found her after the packages fell on her during loading. She worked at the facility since last fall, Okay, she was an amazing person and she made our days even better. I mean, oh my God, those boxes had to be really heavy to crush her like that. Seriously, no one heard anything. So be careful if you are doing heavy lifting, if you're around a bunch of boxes, okay? I mean, look what happened to her. Seriously. And women especially, we're not as strong again. Those boxes are heavy. So be careful. Also, I'm not trying to scare you. I'm not even 100% I have to do more research on this story, but I posted this because it is sort of the truth. Okay, they're saying that the McDonald's CEO says there's no hope for the middle class and it's a warning sign for all Americans. Now, sometimes they are lying. Sometimes with AI, I have noticed a lot of people making up fake articles and stuff on TikTok and on Instagram. So you have to be careful. But the truth is that this is kind of true. We literally see what's happening to our country. We literally see people all through all the comment sections on TikTok talking about how they are living in their car, how they're living in this and that place, how they're getting by or can't get by. Baby, with the inflation prices that you were seeing, because I literally showed on TikTok, baby, I was paying $22 for ribeye steaks. 2 ribeye steaks for $22 to $23. Baby, it's now $44 at Walmart. I can't even get the ribeye steak I want because it's now $44. So, what I'm telling you to do, if you have any extra money, $50 and up, that you could spend, you better start stocking up right now with what we're seeing. Go to the Dollar Tree, go to Dollar General, go to other places that have cheap food and stock up what you need. Your basic stuff. Stock up on rice, stock up on dry beans, stock up on chicken broth. Actually, can you? I think you could get chicken broth. Stock up on your seasonings, stock up on your gravies, stock up on meat if you can. Stock up on a lot of stuff because look, people used to try to make fun of people prepping. Remember those preppers on the TV shows and people said them people prepping is out they damn mind? Right now, all them preppers is laughing at y'all. Right now, them preppers are saying, oh, they thought we was crazy. Now look at y'all. So if you can spare $50 to $100 right now, go get you some extra essentials in your pantry. Stock up on flour, stock up on oil, and other stuff that can be stored because, baby, people are saying that we're in the end times. People are saying the end is coming. People are saying Babylon. People are saying the end of America is coming. People are saying the war is coming. People are saying starvation about to happen. People are saying we already in a Great Depression and they're not even announcing it. Baby, I said in the video, someone got mad at me. Okay, yes, Bush. I said we've been in the recession since Obama was in office. They officially announced the recession when he was in. I said that it wasn't his fault what he was left with. So basically, yes, the beginning of the end of America started when Bush, the whole recession, and we've been in multiple recessions since then. Stores we never thought in our life would close have closed down. We don't even have any clothing stores that much. The clothing has gotten cheaper. They're cutting back with how much food they give us, and the food don't even taste like what it used to taste like. A lot of it. The meat. I have whole videos on that. So, look, people are saying that the end is coming and that we're in the beginning to middle stages of the end, okay? And that y'all better start stocking up on food right now with what y'all seeing with these prices, because it might get even worse than what you're seeing right now. So, and baby, when there's no food, that means more crime. So if you can get illegal, you know what, you better do that too, especially a woman, because y'all think it's funny. If what happens, what people think is happening when the S hit the fan, as they call it, baby, it's going to be like just off those movies, those end of days movies. Men raping women, busting down your door, fighting your man, robbing you of your pantry, and then raping you, because that's what men do, a lot of them. Busting down the grocery stores and demanding the food, the pharmacy sections. Shoot. So stock up if you can, everybody. And speaking of craziness, the fact that this is still allowed is absolutely insane. It says that you can't marry your first cousin anymore in Connecticut, but it is legal to marry your first cousin in the United States in Florida, Georgia, California, and New York. First of all, why is this even being allowed? So first cousin marriages in our country is legal in Alabama, California, Colorado, Florida, Georgia, Maryland, Massachusetts, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, North Carolina, Rhode Island, South Carolina, Tennessee, Vermont, and Virginia. You can marry your first cousin. Now, you know what happens from that. You have a high risk of your kids coming out with problems, deformities, and mental health, mental stuff. When you marry your first cousin, I mean, unless y'all got, if your cousin's mama or daddy got a different daddy than your mama and daddy, it might not be as bad, but it's still close. So, you can marry your cousins in the U.S. because people always think that's just Islamic nations. No, it's in America. These 17 states, you can marry your first cousin under the law. Now, this woman, she went a little viral because she's a corrections officer. Beautiful woman. And she said, they don't let the wrong bee become a correctional officer. I already see who I'm going to be effing every night. So she's in the jail and she says she's about to start sleeping with the inmates. Good luck to you, because a lot of them have, you know what, they sleep with men. I understand walking in there and you see them fine ass men, buff and built, because they ain't got nothing else to do and they look damn good. I understand the temptation. I can be real with you. I can understand being tempted just based on how fine and how built some of them are up in there. I would think it too, but I ain't doing it. Number one, baby, if something go wrong and they get you in that room, they're going to gang rape you. Number two, a lot of them F each other and got you know what. Number three, he in jail. What is he going to do? You end up pregnant. It's a disaster. No job prospects or anything. Absolutely not. So I might look like, damn, he looked damn good. Oh my God. You see that body? Damn. Baby, them men are violent. You start effing one of them and you don't give him that coochie every time you come up in there, he might grab you by your damn neck and throw you up by the bars and break your damn neck or something because he wanted so bad. Because they ain't getting coochie up in there on average. And then if you start effing multiple ones in there, they're going to start fighting over you, over who get to have it. Or they think they own you and become aggressive. They already aggressive up in there. So she better be careful. I mean, you can look, but that don't mean you get to touch. You could, and they're not going to refuse it. Of course they're not. They ain't have none in a long time. They're not going to say no. But you're going to risk losing your job. You're going to risk, you know what, because they sleeping with other men up in there. So go ahead. You better be careful. Okay. Now I saw this. Why are this... This man said a lot of women, ladies, are going to end up like this if they don't change their attitude about men. So this is an old black lady enjoying spaghetti with her cute little fur babies. They really think pictures like this bother somebody. First of all, I love little fur babies. Baby, I would love to have a bunch of little fur babies. Not only that, but I really think men are jealous of cats. They don't like it because they know that we're kissing our little fur baby and holding them and getting all this love and affection. And they wish it was them. They're like, why can't you hold me like you hold that cat? Why can't you kiss me like you kiss that cat? Why you gotta love them and you can't love me? See, what this is about is that men cannot go without coochie. So the thought of women being happy, living in their house, cooking the food they want, not having to pick up behind him, having a cute little fur baby to have affection and love with, and not worrying about a man, it bothers men. They're like, I can't live without a partner because I have to have X. How can you live without me? And who do you think you are thinking you could be happy without me? A lot of women have made it very clear that they are in complete peace and happiness being alone, tending to themselves, having their hobbies, coming home to their little baby, their fur baby, and not having to have the stress of a man they don't like talking to them for filth. Go make me my sandwich. I'm hungry. I can't cook. It's your job. Get in there. I want some. Or you can't stand the man, you got to do all this stuff to him in the bed and you can't stand him. And just having bad relationships. Women have come to the point where they're like, you know what, I'm just tired. I can't meet a good man. I'm tired. My life don't have to revolve around a man. I got other stuff I want to do. I got dreams I want to fulfill. I got places I want to go and see. Baby, I'm going to make my own self happy. Now, if a man come around, that's the man I want. That would be great, but I'm going to be okay. My life don't got to revolve around you. You got men out here really acting like some people just need a partner for company because they don't like being left alone in the house. But it's like, what kind of conversations do you and this man have? Are y'all having great conversations? Is the smex good? Is he taking you places? Do you even like this person? Because you got a lot of people with people they don't even like, but they just don't want to be alone. You don't even like this man, but you just want to be able to say, oh, I got a man, but you don't even like him. You don't even like coming home to him. You don't like that man, but they make you think if you don't have this man, you have failed in life. If you break up, you could not keep him. Why can't you keep a man even though you dumped him? Oh, what's wrong with you? You don't have, and then some cases you have a man, but he croaks. A lot of women end up alone because their man died. Men don't outlive women a lot. And then y'all shaming women for dating old. Like I said, you'll say, oh, you're 40. Not to me, but other women. You're 40. Oh, it's too late for you. It's over. You're too old now. Even if you look damn 30 years old and you're older. Oh, but I don't care. You're old now. Then once you hit this woman's age in the picture and you're alone, why are you alone? Why didn't you date? Because you told me like 30 years ago I was too damn old then to date. So here I am now. You see these games they play? So they're using these manipulation tactics with these pictures to make you feel frightful if you don't have a man. Meanwhile, a lot of women are not miserable at all, having their fur baby and being alone and having friends and family that they talk to. I'm just saying. If you could meet a lot of women, if they could meet a man that was what they liked, they would be happy, but a lot don't. So they're like, F it. I'll be alone than be miserable with someone I don't like and all of that. And men have a problem with it. They don't like it. And then they try to make you feel afraid to death that this will happen. I love my fur babies. Who doesn't love a cat? Seriously. A cute little puppy too. My goodness gracious. So, and speaking of relationships, they did a study and they said men in high status roles, CEOs and surgeons, are twice as likely to be unfaithful than men with lower prestige jobs. Baby, they all cheat. The bus driver is cheating. The McDonald's worker is cheating. The doctor is cheating. The entrepreneur is cheating. The dentist is cheating. The police officer is cheating. Baby, let me tell you, they all cheat on average. It don't matter what his status is. It doesn't matter. Even though it can get worse a little when he's good looking, especially. But if he's well off, he has a lot more options off the buffet. They do. And they like to have things off of the buffet because they feel like, well, I can afford it. Okay, so it says that family studies, the Institute for Family Studies, they said that they analyzed general social data. They said for men ages 25 to 54 who were ever married with high prestige occupations, CEOs, physicians, and surgeons. They reported higher rates of basically cheating compared to men with lower jobs. Among those in the top prestigious positions, about 18% admitted to cheating on their spouses, and this was contrasted with 7% in low prestige jobs. The report says that there are many possible reasons for this. High status roles come with increased opportunity, travel, social access, and power and influence, which may make this even more feasible for them. It says that status and prestige might amplify attractiveness, meaning, oh, he has a good job and money, he looks better now, leading to both temptation and more potential connections. And they said that the expectations around masculinity and validation might push some men to seek ego reinforcement with their affairs, especially when their identity is tied to their career success. It says that the pattern doesn't translate for women. Women with lower prestige jobs report higher rates of cheating than women with higher prestige jobs. So 21% of women with lower prestige jobs cheated, and women with the good jobs, only 9% of them cheated, versus the men with the good jobs, 18% of them admitted cheating, and the men with the lower prestige jobs, only 7% of them said that they cheated. So, like I said, they all cheat, in my opinion, most of them, no matter what the hell their job is. But yeah, I mean, it would make sense, though. I mean, a guy, especially black men who have money and a good job, they're like, shit, I got the pick of the litter. I can travel, I can pay bills, I can take her out. I got access now to all these bad women and all this stuff. So, yeah, that's what a number do. My thing is, though, I don't know any man at large that has never cheated, no matter whether he was broke or not. So we shall see. Jamar, hey Jamar, says that real men don't cheat. Okay, but most of y'all do. I don't care what nobody say. I don't trust y'all at all. I just don't. It's just not possible. I have never met a man that doesn't cheat in my life. Not one. In my entire life on earth. So, I don't know. So I'm going to leave with two good things to know. Mariah Croak is the inventor of Zoom. A lot of people did not know this. Okay, the tech powering Zoom, FaceTime, and WhatsApp. She holds 200 plus patents and was inducted to the National Inventors Hall of Fame. Baby, a black woman invented GPS, and now we're finding out that a black woman invented FaceTime and Zoom and WhatsApp. So you're able to do these video recordings on the phone talking to people. A black woman did that. A black American woman. I believe she's black American, did that, baby. Can you believe this? This is absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. And I'm disgusted that the mainstream news media does not highlight this. Okay? It doesn't make sense. This is absolutely amazing. She deserves to have an interview on CNN or something. So, okay, now we also have, let's see, Tasha. We know Tasha Smith from Why Did I Get Married? Baby, Tasha Smith. Baby, do you know what she has done? She's the director of P-Valley, Black Lightning, Star, BMF, 9/11, and ller. Now, I don't watch all these shows, but I know for a fact that they're very successful, especially Star. Now, Star went off, but that was really big about the girls in the music industry. BMF is very popular, and P-Valley is very popular, and ller was popular. And Tasha Smith is the director of all of these major shows. So it shows, look what she was doing behind the scenes, not just acting, making her money and making a lot of hits, whether you like the show or not, some of them, but I mean, they are very popular. So look, everybody, that is it for tonight. with the topics that I'm talking about. Thank you. If you would like to support your girl, the Cash App's there, and come back, like, share, and subscribe to my channel, baby. Support your girl. Hit the bell for all notifications so you'll know when I'm live. And so look, that is it. And I'm going to go. I greatly appreciate your support. I did attract some passport bros who are mad as hell with me, some of them because I told the damn truth. I also kept it fair towards them as well. So I'll be reading your comments on what you think about all of this. And you all take care. Y'all have a good night. Bye, everybody.